everybody. So we need to talk about the LA Kings, who are currently one of the hottest teams in the NHL, riding a 6-game winning streak, which they can expand even beyond that. And this is a team that got off to a very, very rough start this year, but has pulled it together and pulled themselves right back into the thick of the playoff race in the Pacific Division. So before we get going here, I just want to ask you to please subscribe and hit that thumbs up. It helps the channel so much and is greatly appreciated. But let's get started here. We're going to look at the Kings, and we're also going to look at some players for the Kings who have played a big role in LA's current win streak. So if we look here, Los Angeles really had a bad start to the year. They were 1-5-1 through their first 7 games. And, obviously struggling out of the gate, not finding ways to win. And there were a lot of people, commenting on the Kings, saying that, they're even worse than last year and, what is going on here? Well, they've really pulled it together here over the last couple of weeks. Going back, this streak started on October 30th against the Montreal Canadiens. They won 5-2 against Montreal that game. And that set them off on a streak and playing really, really solid hockey here. They then won on Halloween against the Buffalo Sabres 3-2. And they picked up a big win over the St. Louis Blues 3-2. Wait, they won 3-2 again against the New Jersey Devils. Then they pounded the Toronto Maple Leafs in Toronto and won that game 5-1. Over the Leafs, and then they came back last night and they won again 3-2 over the Montreal Canadiens. So they obviously really like the score 3-2. They also like winning overtime games and shootout games, but they're finding ways to win. That's what LA is doing right now, is finding ways to win. They're playing very solid hockey. As you can see, they are not giving up goals, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. They haven't given up more than 2 goals in any of these last 6 games that they've won. And they're now 7-5-1 on the season, 15 points, and right in the thick of the playoff race in the Pacific with San Jose and Calgary and Anaheim and all of those. Vegas is a little bit behind them, but they're right in the middle of the playoff race in the Pacific right now. So this is a team that went from starting the year 1-5-1, getting dragged on the internet, everybody talking trash about them, everyone wondering what the heck's going up wrong for LA. And now they rip off 6 in a row, and just like that, they're a team that's competing for a playoff spot. And this is a really good lesson for other teams that maybe haven't started the season exactly the way that they wanted to, or have gotten off to tough starts. You're only one winning streak away. You're only one winning streak away from pulling yourself right back into the thick of it, just like the Los Angeles Kings have. And the most interesting part here is that they're doing it without Drew Doughty, who's been out injured for a while now and is still, got some significant time remaining that he'll be out, and Sean Walker. So 2 major defensemen out for the Los Angeles Kings, and they're having guys step up, they're having guys play bigger roles, and they're filling those roles very, very well. And they're getting the job done. That's what it comes down to with the Los Angeles Kings right now, is everybody is getting the job done. So let's take a look at some of their best players right now and who's really been catalysts for this winning streak. And we got to start in goal. I mean, you don't win hockey games in the NHL without great goaltending. And they're getting great goaltending from both of their goaltenders right now, Jonathan Quick and Cal Petersen. Jonathan Quick is playing like it's 2014 again. And this is what Jonathan Quick can look like when he is healthy and when he is confident. And, we've seen it in the past. Quick has been a very good goaltender throughout his career. The last few years, though, he's definitely fallen off a bit and has struggled. Injuries have played a big role in that. He certainly hasn't looked confident in goal. And, when he gets down, he gets really down. But when he gets hot, he gets really hot. And Jonathan Quick right now has really good numbers overall this season. But particularly, during this winning streak, he's 3-0-0 during this winning streak with a .946 save percentage and a 1.63 goals against average. I mean, just spectacular numbers there from Jonathan Quick. And Cal Peterson isn't far behind. He's also 3-0-0. He has a .930 save percentage and a 1.95 goals against average. So both of their goalies are giving up less than 2 goals a game. They haven't, as a team, given up more than 2 goals in any game that they've won during this winning streak. And, they're getting elite level goaltending right now from both of their goaltenders. And they've split the games. They've both played 3 out of these last 6 games. So it's not like you have a clear, number one guy that's carrying right now and the other guy, is a backup. They're splitting games and they're both playing at an extremely high level. So huge props to Jonathan Quick and Cal Peterson in goal. This winning streak would not be happening without them in the way that they're playing. So it starts in goal right now for the LA Kings, and it starts in goal really all around the NHL. If you don't get good goaltending, you're not going to be winning a lot. They're getting great goaltending right now from Quick and Peterson. They also have 4 players who have been scoring at a point-per-game pace over the last 6 games during this winning streak. Alex Iafallo has led the way. This guy has been absolutely unbelievable this season. Just during this winning streak in the last 6 games, 5 goals, 4 assists, 9 points, and a +4 rating for Iafallo. He has been their best player. He has been their best player during this winning streak as far as, skaters go. I would say the goaltenders have probably been their best players overall, but as far as skaters go, Alex Iafallo has been their best player. Adrian Kempe also doing a really, really nice job. 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points, +1 rating. Kempe has been right there, putting the puck in the net, doing what he needs to do, and playing a significant role for this team. And he and Iafallo have been the leaders as far as goal scoring is concerned. Newcomer Philip Deneau, big free agent signing from the Montreal Canadiens. He is really starting to find his groove with the LA Kings. New team, definitely a little bit of an adjustment at the beginning of the season, but he is really finding his place in this lineup now and starting to play really, really good hockey. 2 goals, 4 assists for 6 points in the last 6 games, a +4 rating, still playing really good defensively and being that shutdown center that he's been known to be over the course of his career. Really good to see him playing well. And then the captain, Anze Kopitar. Seems like he's been around forever now, but still such a key piece to this LA Kings team. 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points, -1 rating, but 6 points in 6 games for Kopitar, still helping this team so much offensively. And still, being such a key contributor for this team, even though, he's a veteran guy who, we were kind of looking for some younger players to step up for the Kings this year, but it's still been a lot of the veterans leading the way and really having solid seasons. And these guys are certainly not the only players helping the Kings right now. These are just the point per game guys. Andreas Athanasiou has 4 points in the last 3 games. He just came back into the lineup. He's got 4 points and a +3 rating in the last 3 games during this winning streak. Cale Clegg, who's come up on the back end, obviously with Walker and Doughty out. They've needed, younger defensemen to step up. Cale Clegg's got 4 points in the last 6 games. Arthur Kaliev, one of those young players that we were looking for the Kings to, really step up this year and play a bigger role at the NHL level. 3 goals in the last 6 games for Kaliev. Rasmus Kupari, another young player. 1 goal, 2 assists for 3 points in the last 6. Matt Roy's got 3 points. Tobias Bjornfoot's got 3 points. So they are getting production from the back end. They're getting production from the forwards. They're getting production from veteran players. They're getting production from young players. And obviously, as we talked about, they're getting great goaltending. A lot is going right now for the Los Angeles Kings. This is why they've been able to pull off this win streak. And we'll see if it keeps going. This is definitely not over yet necessarily for LA. They're at 6 games right now. They play Ottawa in Ottawa on Thursday, and they play Winnipeg in Winnipeg on Saturday to wrap up their current road trip that they're on. If they win those 2 games, they're now at an 8-game winning streak, heading back home after this road trip finishes up. So we'll see what the Kings are able to do moving forward, but they are definitely one of the hottest teams in the league right now. 6 in a row. They've taken a terrible start. They've got it back together, and now they've ripped off a bunch of wins, and they've pulled themselves right back into the playoff race in the Pacific Division. So really, really good things happening for the LA Kings right now, despite missing Drew Doughty, despite missing Sean Walker on the back end. 2 major players out on defense. No Quentin Byfield yet up front. He got hurt in the preseason, so they don't have their number 2 pick from last year either. Other guys have had to step up, and other guys have done it, and that's a really good sign for the Los Angeles Kings. So we'll see if they can keep this up. We'll see how long they can keep this winning streak going, but right now it's at 6 games, and LA is playing a heck of a lot better these last few weeks. They're really looking, like a team that could make a push for a playoff spot in the Pacific, and I think they deserve a lot of credit for that, getting it together and pulling themselves up the standings with this winning streak. So that's what I've got on the Los Angeles Kings. Just wanted to give them some credit and talk about them a little bit. And a really interesting team to watch out west right now. But with that, that's going to do it here. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description. If you'd like to further support the channel, links to our membership, merch store, and donations are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.